Hello everyone, this is Martha Lawrence and today we are going to start chapter number 3rd and chapter's name is Our Glorious Past. So let's start. Now we can see here map of the Indus Valley civilization and look at this pink area. The pink area is the area of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, beta. Some of it is in India, while the other part is in Pakistan. And look at this blue lines. These blue lines is the Indus River. Okay, beta. Next is map of the Gupta Kingdom, and look at this orange area. The orange area in map is the orange of Gupta Kingdom. Okay. Next is Indus Valley civilization, and this is how the houses must have looked in the Indus Valley, and this is Gupta period. So 320 CE to 550 CE. So now we shall learn about Gupta period. The powerful Gupta rulers set up a large kingdom in the northern part of India. This was known as the Empire. A very big kingdom is known as an empire. These rules ruled for more than 200 years. Patliputra was their capital. This is located near River Ganga. And do you know everyone? Patliputra is now called Patna. Okay. And next is the concept of timeline. So first is Europeans introduced the concept of timeline to the world. The year of birth of Jesus Christ is taken as the beginning of the modern era. The years after his birth are written as Common Era or CE. Next is the years before his birth are written as Before Common Era or BCE. Next is so when we say that the Indus Valley civilization existed in 3000 BCE, it means it existed years before the birth of Jesus. Okay, next is now we can see here houses of the Indus Valley civilization. Look at this. So now we shall learn about houses in the Indus Valley. And first point is the houses were well planned. The houses had a courtyard and a well. The houses were made up of strong sun-dried or bricks of some size. They had kitchens and bathrooms like we have today, but with sloped floors for easy drainage. Drains carried wastewater from their houses, and the drains were covered with stone slabs to prevent bad smell, and this kept their surrounding clean. Okay, beta, look at this. This is drainage system. Okay, next. So now we shall learn about scale building or engineering. The Indus Valley peoples were excellent town planners and engineers, even though they lived 5,000 to 3,500 years ago. Their town had cities were better planned than many of our modern day towns. They built their important buildings on a high platform. High walls kept the building safe from flood and enemies. Main streets were broad and ran north to south, and other streets were at right angle. Look at this. So we can see here the main roads of Indus Valley. Okay, and now we shall learn about main roads of Indus Valley. First is the streets were built in this manner so that they could be cleaned on their own by winds. Street had rounded corners so that the bullock carts could turn easily. The doors opened to the side of the houses and not in the front. This was to prevent overcrowding of the main street. The Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro. So now we shall learn about the great bath of Mohenjo-daro. And first point is this public bath is excellent example of their engineering. And next point is it was a large rectangular tank with many bathrooms around it. None of their doors faced each other exactly. They used special bricks to make the bath watertight. Next, it was filled with fresh water from a well nearby. Dirty water was drained out through a hole built in the tank. Okay, beta, look at this. And now we can see here the great granary at Harappa. And look at this, we can see here the granary was used for storing grains. Now we can see here some famous buildings of the Gupta kings. And first is Das Avatar temple at Devgarh. Look at this, beta. Okay. So now we shall learn about temples made by Gupta kings. And the first point is the Gupta kings were famous for building the first fresh-standing Hindu and Buddhist temple in India. Earlier, they made square, flat roofed rock temples. Later, they started using stones and bricks to make circular and rectangular and square temples with two were built over their roofs. And their rock cut caves at Ajanta and Ellora are also famous. Look at this. This is Ajanta cave. Sorry, this is Ellora caves. And decoration in temples and caves. The temple had beautifully carved pillars. The walls and doors were decorated with figures and images of gods and goddesses, animals and humans. The walls of rock cut cave were painted beautifully. Okay, beta. Now we can see here comparisons building of Indus Valley civilizations and those of the Gupta period. First is buildings of Indus Valley civilization, famous for town planning. Next is houses made up of sun-dried or baked bricks. Next is had big public buildings such as the Great Bath and the Great Granary. Okay, beta. So now buildings of the Gupta period. First is famous for the first Hindu and Buddhist temples in India. Temples had beautifully carved pillar and images and figures of gods and goddesses and humans and animals on the walls and doors. Next is walls of rock cut cave and painting. For example, the Savtar temple and some rock cut Ajanta cave. So now we can see here scientists and mathematicians of Indus Valley civilizations and Gupta period. So now we shall learn about Indus Valley civilization. First point is the people knew about almost all the metals except iron. They knew how to make bronze by mixing copper and zinc. They made different objects like statue, tools, and weapons with bronze. And that is why it is also called a Bronze Age civilization. Okay, and here are some metal objects. And first is copper dinner plate, and next is brass statue of a man, and bracelets, bracelets and dancing girl. So now we can see here Gupta period they had good knowledge of iron. They knew what is rust. Second point is they found out now they found out how not to let iron rust. And the third point is the iron pillar at Delhi is 1600 years old and still not rusted. Okay, beta. And weighing scale. These uniform weights were made up of special stones. The balance head weights were used for weighing different objects. Measuring scale. These two uniform scale with marking were used for measuring land. Okay, beta. And now we can see here mathematicians of Gupta period. So first is Aryabhat. Okay, and Aryabhat, the great Indian mathematician, and he calculated the value of pi at 3.1416. And now we shall learn about uh, Aryabhat. He calculated the exact time taken by the Earth to go once around its axis. He did that without using any scientific instruments. He calculated the solar year 365 days and 6 hours 12 minutes and 30 seconds. This differs by only 3 minutes and 20 seconds from the actual value. He found out the value of pi to the fourth decimal place at 3.1416. Okay, next is Varaha Mihir, and he wrote a book on science called the Brihat Samhita, and he predicted the presence of water and iron on the planet Mars 1500 years ago. Okay, now next is Brahmgupta was Brahmgupta. He wrote a book on heavenly bodies. He gave rules for using zero with negative and positive numbers. Okay, look at this picture. Next is Indus Valley Transport. Okay, now we can see here uh, science and mathematicians of Indus Valley Civilization and Gupta period. First is knowledge of all metals except iron and use uniform system of weighing and measurement. And Gupta period, so first point is advanced knowledge of iron and the discovery of zero and place value system. Third is calculation of time taken by the Earth to go around its axis and the solar year. A book on science called the Brihat Samhita by Viraha Mihir, and a book on heavenly bodies by Brahmgupta. Next point is prediction of the presence of water and iron of Mars by Vera Meher. And next point is rule of using zero with negative and positive numbers by Brahmgupta. And look at this picture. They had knowledge of Ayurvedic. And look at this picture, and they know how to drill hole in teeth for curing. This is medical activity, and look at this picture. In this picture we can see Sushrut performing surgery. Okay, better. And system of medicines. Indus Valley Civilization and Gupta period. So first, Indus Valley Civilization used some plants, animal, and products and minerals as medicines, and drilled holes into molar teeth to treat tooth decay. And next is Gupta period. Doctors practice Ayurveda. And the next point is Taxila was world famous university of that time for learning medicines. Doctors could do eye, ear, and nose surgery, and doctors could also treat, repair, and restore injuries or lost body parts. They could set fracture and broken bones, and they had hospital to take care of the sick. Okay, look at this. This is Takshila, world's first medical college and university. And end of chapter. So listen to me carefully, everyone. Watch this video very carefully, and after this video, uh, you have to learn all points. Okay, beta. So done. Bye bye and God bless.